efforts, hoping that God's grace put together give us the expected result of full inspired understanding and conviction regarding what we have to finally achieve in our life, and for that what exactly we have to do. There's no other way than continuous repeated listening followed by thinking contemplation that we get the correct complete picture of what for we have come here or sent here, what we have to achieve. And also once we are coming to the understanding of what is the thing to be achieved, the next very important thing is the without delay the sense of urgency in achieving it. And for that exclusively we have to be on the path. In this way, knowing the goal, knowing the means, knowing the importance of human life, having sense of urgency and exclusively doing only the Adhyatmic sadhana to reach the goal. To this track we have to fully, completely enter into as soon as possible, for which alone these regular satsanga, the God, the Guru is giving us an opportunity for. Maybe encash it. Today also let's have Bhagavatam 12th Skandha, Dashama Skandha, then our Adhyatma Ramayana classes. Let us start. Om. 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 ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तावत्रयविनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नुमः निगमकल्पतरोर्गलितं फलं शुकमुखादमृतद्रवसंयुतं पिबत भागवतं रसमालयं मुहुरहो रसिका भुवि भावुकाः नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं समस्त देवताभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो ब्राह्मणेभ्यो आचार्येभ्यो भक्तेभ्यो साधुभ्यो साधकेभ्यो तीर्थेभ्यो क्षेत्रेभ्यो नदीनतेभ्यो शास्त्रेभ्यो नमः परब्रह्मणे महाविष्णवे ब्रह्मणे सनकादिमुनिभ्यो नारदाय वेदव्यासाय शुकब्रह्मर्षे सूतमहामुने शौनकादृशिभ्यो वैशम्पायनादृशिभ्यो अत्र्यादृशिभ्यो मत्स्यादवतारेभ्यो प्रह्लादादि भक्तजनेभ्यो आदित्यादि नवग्रह देवताभ्यो दक्षिणामूर्ति दत्तात्रेय हयग्रीवादि गुरुभ्यो आदिपराशक्ति मात्रे नमः माता पितृदेवताभ्यो नमः आद्यशंकराचार्यादि गुरुभ्यो नमः अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां गुरूणां देवतानाम् अनुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधसिद्ध्यर्थं पुराणेतिहासोक्त भगवद्भागवत ऋषिमुनीनां दर्शनानुग्रहानुभवप्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिकसंस्कृतेः हैन्दवसंस्कृतेः आध्यात्मिक जीवनस्यापि पुनरुत्थान पुनर्जागरण विश्वव्याप्तिद्वारा समस्त विश्वशान्ति विश्वकल्याण विश्व एकता प्राप्त्यर्थं तत्कृत समस्त साधक भक्त सेवकानां आयुरारोग्य क्षेमस्थैर्य श्रद्धा भक्त्यादि सत्साधना संपदा सानुकूलता शक्तीनां प्राप्ति द्वारा शत्रु विघ्न निर्मूलन द्वारा दिग्विजय प्राप्त्यर्थं श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराण शास्त्रस्य द्वादश स्कन्धस्य दशम स्कन्धस्यापि पारायणम् अध्ययनं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। आदौ द्वादश स्कन्धः। ओम श्रीकृष्ण परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणं द्वादश स्कन्धः। ओमाभासश्च निरोधश्च यतश्चाद्यवसीयते स आश्रयः परं ब्रह्म परमात्मेति शब्दते। अथ पंचमोऽध्यायः। श्रीशुक उवाच अत्रानुवर्ण्यते भीक्ष्णं विश्वात्मा भगवान् हरिः यस्य प्रसादजो ब्रह्मा रुद्रः क्रोधसमुद्भवः त्वं तु राजन्मरिष्येति पशुबुद्धिमिमां जहि न जातः प्रागभूतोऽद्य देहवत्वं न नङ्क्षसि न भविष्यसि भूत्वा त्वं पुत्रपौत्रादिरूपवान् बीजाङ्कुरवत् देहादेः व्यतिरिक्तो यथा नलः स्वप्ने यथा शिरच्छेदं पञ्चत्वाद्यात्मनः स्वयं यस्मात् पश्यति देहस्य तत आत्मा ह्यजोमरः घटे भिन्ने यथाकाशः आकाशः स्याद् यथा पुरा एवं देहे मृते जीवः ब्रह्म सम्पद्यते पुनः मनः सृजति वै देहान् गुणान् कर्माणि चात्मनः तन्मनः सृजते माया ततो जीवस्य संसृतिः स्नेहाधिष्ठानवर्त्यग्नि संयोगो यावदीयते ततो दीपस्य दीपत्वम् एवं देहकृतो भवः रजसत्त्वतमो वृत्त्या जायतेऽथ विनश्यति न तत्रात्मा स्वयं ज्योतिः यो व्यक्ताव्यक्तयोः परः आकाश इव चाधारः ध्रुवोऽनन्तोपमस्ततः एवमात्मानमात्मस्थम् आत्मनैवामृषप्रभो बुद्ध्यानुमानगर्भिण्या वासुदेवानुचिन्तया चोदितो विप्रवाक्येन न त्वां धक्ष्यति तक्षकः मृत्यवो नोपधक्ष्यन्ति मृत्यूनां मृत्युमीश्वरम् अहं ब्रह्म परं धाम ब्रह्माहं परमं पदम् एवं समीक्षन्नात्मानम् आत्मन्याधाय निष्कळे दशन्तं तक्षकं पादे लेलिहानं विशाननैः न द्रक्ष्यसि शरीरं च विश्वं च पृथगात्मनः एतत्ते कथितं तात यथात्मा पृष्टवान् नृप हरेर्विश्वात्मनः चेष्टां किं भूयः श्रोतुमिच्छसि इति श्रीमद्भागवते महापुराणे पारमहंस्यां संहितायां द्वादशस्कन्धे श्रीशुकदेवकृत अन्तिम उपदेशो नाम पंचमोऽध्यायः. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Friends, we are seeing how beautiful is the entire human life, how beautiful is spiritual life, how wonderful are all our Shastras, how glorious is Bhagavata Shastram, how wonderful is this 12 Skandha, and how great are these each chapters, and among them, what wonderful is this last fifth chapter where Shukadevji is concluding his teachings to Sri Raja Parikshit. Every shloka is worthy of meditating and contemplating. It has got the essence of all the Tattva Jnanam to be known and to be practiced by all of us. Only thing, we have to have that patience, we have to have that ability to ponder over them and go in all depth and details to understand, which we are trying for last few days. Now, in the sixth mantra, very, very crucial thing is taught to us, which we have to work on. What is that? Manaha srujati vai dehan gunan karmani cha atmanaha. So, this deha, all the stula sukshma karana dehas, gunaha, all the shabda sparsha rasagandha, as well as all the emotions, etc. of the mind, even all the thoughts, concepts, understandings of the intellect, as well as karmani, whatever the karmas done by the mana, karmas done by the vani, karmas done by the karmendriyas, all of that is nothing but the mind, the mind, the mind, and mind alone. Manaha srujati vai. That we have tried to understand exhaustively in detail. Then where from this mana came? Tan manaha srujate maya. So this mana has come from this infinite, inexplicable, and insufferable power of Paramatma called as Maya Shakti. So from this Maya, the mind came. In the mind only, the Dehanu, Gunanu, Karmani, all of them have come. And none of them actually belong to the self. Self is beyond all of them. But by being identified with the mana, all these created things of the mind are as if superimposed on the self. And that is how tataha jivasya samsrutihi. So we should all understand now how the jiva is born and how he continues to be in the samsara and how the jiva has to go back to his own atma swarupa. This the whole Vedanta is only these three things. The Atma and Atma Swarupa Lakshanas, Jiva, Jiva's Utpatti, Jiva, Jiva's Samsara, and Jiva getting out of his Samsara, and how he goes back to merge with his own Atma Swarupa. And who is that Jiva? None but you and I, who are every day coming and studying every day morning till evening, keeping on doing something or the other. So this sloka gives a beautiful way for us. If our minds are sufficiently withdrawn from the world, they are at our hand. Then when a question is asked, what is to be done throughout the day? This is the sloka. I am the self, but now I am living the life of Jiva. The Jiva Bhava came to me because of this Chit expressing as Siddhavasa in the Ahamruti. And me getting into samsara because of the mana. What mana is projecting is nothing but the thoughts of the dehasu as well as gunasu and the karmani. In between the gaps we have to fill up. See, Deha Tadatmya makes us see the objects of the world. When the objects seen in the world are labeled as good or bad for whatever the reason of vasanas, earlier experiences, etc., then that creates the desire. Then to create, fulfill that desire, variety of the karma, this jiva me is going on doing. Karma has to give karma phala. Therefore, I am the karta. I have to be the bhokta. For the sake of that, I am sent from one place to the other. That is called as samsara. Second aspect of samsara, apart from being placed from one place to the other, is what? Anything I have done being limited, the result obtained by it also is limited. Once that is over, then I will be sent to some other place for the eking out of the next set of rectified karma phalas. Like those Banjara, Vanchara, they are group of 10 people. They are to sell something. So those things they collect and go to one town. They stay 2 3 days there. Once they are happy or done that everything they try to sell, then they pack it up and go to the next place, then to the next. Therefore, that whole life they go on moving only. Is it not? So too in big towns also, the vegetable vendors, 100 of them or 80, 50 of them, they make their own market. So Monday here, it's over, Tuesday, then Wednesday. So that's how they keep on moving from one place to the other. So to I am the jiva, because of my karma and karma phala, from one place to the other, samsarati, I keep on moving. And in any place, wherever, whatever the time I am there, whatever the karma I have done, I get the phala. While getting that phala, I see the world spread out in front of me. Again, till I don't discover that the world is Paramatma, again I see the world as something other than me, Gunan, in that again interest is generated of some or the other sort that creates the desire. Again I do karma, again leading to the next set of karma phala. In this way, I, the Jiva, am in the samsara of one birth to the other birth, one experience to the other experience. How long, sir? Endless. Till Atma Tattva is discovered. कब तक ये संसार रहेगा? जब तक परमात्मा को नहीं हम पाते हैं, तब तक संसार ऐसा रहेगा. And as we said 3 days back, this samsara, each birth it goes on varying depend on our punya and papa. So, first of all, whether we are born as human or animal or bird or tree or insect, that we don't know. For example, let us say we are born as animals. Which animal we are born, we don't know. It is cat or dog or lion or cow or anything. For example, let us say we are a dog. Which dog we don't know. It is a street dog or it is a circus dog or a dog taken care by the owners. Even if the owner taken care, that also we don't know. They are the slum area people owning the dog or lower middle class people, middle class or the higher class. Even let us say higher class people are. Now where do they stay? What type of food they give to me, the dog? Mhm. So too if I am born as a human being. Don't know man or woman. Then which nation I'll be born? Is it not? Then which parents I'll be born? Who will be people around me? As my brothers, sisters, friends, relatives. Nothing is uncalculated or accidental. Everything is calculated, accidental. It is incidental and very well planned by the Lord, both for exhaustion of the karma phalas as well as giving opportunities for sadhana. In this way, Bhagavan puts every jiva in every life in different place. That is why we are here now. And were not there earlier together. We are there now. After some years or after this life, we may not be. Like with so many people we had variety of contacts throughout our life. Where are they now? Some are still alive, but where they are, we don't know. Some of them we know. Some of them very less we contact. Some are continuing. Many of them died, and which how many births they have taken and gone after death, we don't know. You know, like my grandfather, great grandfather, no, he was 80, 90 years back he died. Then how many places he must have gone by now? We even don't know. But now, whoever are there around there, they're also not going to be permanent. देख ही रहे हैं हम लोग कैसे छोड़ को हम जा रहे हैं, हमको छोड़कर एक दिन हम भी जाते हैं. And going only again to eke out the next set of experiences. Okay, this silsila goes on till we discover this self. And again, as we said just now, punya karma to better lives, papa karma lower lives. Too much punya, go to the urdhva lokas. Very much punya into the sarga loka. Come back. Little papam, human being. Too much papam, animals and all. How very high level of papam going to the narakadi. Very clear. There is no ambiguity at all. So I am the self. When I don't know that, that is called avidya. The avidya, in other words, at total level is called as maya. The maya, one side has the ignorance of self, another side it has got vasanas and all. That only at individual level is called as mind. तो टोटल लेवल में माया को ही इंडिविजुअल लेवल में माइंड कहते हैं. And that mind influenced by the vasanas goes on projecting dehas, projecting the vishayas, projecting desires, making us do karma. Who comes under this total influence of the mana is jiva, who slowly decaches from the mana by knowing and trying and abiding in the truth that I am only the sakshi of the mana, I have nothing to do it. He is slowly reducing the samsara. First to become the drashta to the entire mana, then sakshi to the mana. Then what is the nature of this sakshi? Is pure Sachidananda Brahma. I am that. These few gaps means few of these thoughts very deeply we can understand only when we study thoroughly the Vedanta from our any of the experienced our own experienced expert gurus. From their guidance when we listen, and anybody speaking any number of listenings will not give clarity, it will continue to be vague till we ourselves spend time in contemplation. But this shloka gave a sigh of relief. The entire samsara is there to me as jiva because of the mana. Whenever, if at all, I can withdraw from the mana, no more I need to be a samsari jiva, I can be the mukta atma. Then it also should give us an idea, therefore, what is to be done. Let the mind be dedicated to the Lord in devotion. Mind means antakarana. Let the intellect be dedicated to the tattva jnanam. Let me be more and more in that only. And that keeps on telling me what is my essential nature, what is my swarupa. And that we have to ascertain on the seat of meditation. Thus, slowly, from the mind projected the world, and cause of the mind called as Maya, from all of that, I keep coming out. In short, I come out of the transmigrating samsara of Janma Marana and Sukha Dukkha ityadi. More clarity comes to us for some more lives continuously when we listen these things. Every life, a little bit of things we understand, little 3 or 4 steps we put ahead. Then the remaining life is spent only in this raga, dvesha, kama, krodha, vyavahara, samsara. Again, the next life will be born same. And the more the spiritual quantity grows, the other thing starts reducing. Like in this life of yours, towards these last few years, imaginarily or imaginationally, in my imagination, the spiritual quantity is growing, accordingly, samsara is reducing for this life. If you, with all desires and sankalpa, want only spiritual life, very minimum of samsara, and accordingly, if the vasanas of us are less, next life, right from beginning only, we will be the pursuers of the spirituality. Not too late like this life. Like that 5, 6 lives, if you really go do only this thing, then maybe in the 7th or 10th or 12th life, exclusively only Paramatma Sambandha, Jivanam, and that life we may touch the self, maybe even establish. These are all tentative. I'm just giving an idea how it happens. One may work in this angle only, one may falter, one may in any of the life get exposed to a very prabala samskara vasana, or the word itself may tempt. क्या होगा नहीं पता कुछ भी. But if we talk systematically, I have the progress happens. This is. Some idea should be there in our mind to take up and do the things. For that purpose, this is. फिर भी गारंटी कुछ नहीं, लाइक यहाँ से वहाँ इस तरह से जाओ तो आप पहुँच जाओगे, ये तो टेंटेटिव। बट कहाँ रोड खोदा हुआ है, कहाँ बरखा बारिश होगा, कहाँ पेड़ टूट के गिरेगा, कहाँ से बड़े बड़े गड्डियाँ वहाँ ट्रैफिक जाम करेंगे, कहाँ कोई और कुछ होगा, वी कांट गारंटी, है ना। वेयर एनीथिंग, एनी एक्सीडेंट हैपेंस टू एनीथिंग एनीवेयर, वी डोंट नो, बट टेंटेटिवली, is it not? In that way, tentative idea at least we must have. Clear? Now this is the shloka. Manasrujati vai dehan lokan karma gunan karmani chatmana tanmanah srujate maya tataha jivasya samsrutihi. Then next thing is this jiva continues to be jiva when these conditionings are there. An example is given. Sneha adhisthana varti agni samyoga yavadiyate tavad dipasya dipatvam. How beautiful you see that. The oil, the lamp, the wick, and the flame. When four are there, then the flame is there as the lamp. Any one of them not there, then there is no deepa. So too, sneha is the vasanas. Adhisthana is the body. The varti is the ahamvriti. The agni is the chidavas. As long as they are there, then we have the samsara as a jiva. In that adhisthana, we basically take the sthula sharira, but also the sukshma karana shariras. कारण शरीर में स्नेह आ गया वासना से, तो वी कैन टेक स्थूल सूक्ष्म शरीर एज अधिष्ठान. Adhisthana is a place of stay. Nilayanam, Anilayanam in the morning we know. So this body is called as Adhisthana for the Jiva to stay. Parabrahma is the Adhisthana on which the whole world is Adhyaropita. That is different subject. That is main subject. Like in the 18th chapter, Bhagavan says, Adhishthanam tata kartha karanam cha prathak vidam vividhashta prathak cheshtaha daivam chaivatra panchamam shariravaং mano bhiryat karma prarabhate naraha nyayam va viparitam va panchaite tasya hetavaha. When this shloka Bhagavan says there the Adhishthanam is not Parabrahma, it is Deha. Karta is ego. Karanam, the instruments. Then Vividacha Putak Chestaha, all the different chestas. There the Daiva means our own Vasana Samskaras or the Adhisthana Devatas. These are the five because of which we are alive, we are able to do the works, and that is given the rewards to us. Gita is beautiful with Bhashyam. We are going to study, I don't know which language. It will start. So, as the example of Sneha Adhisthana Varti Agni is given, so too the Stula Deha, the Sukshma Deha, the Vasanasu, then in the Sukshma Deha, Ahamvrutti in that Siddhabhasa, all of that put together is called as Deha Krutaha Bhavaha Samsaraha. And in this, some are created by Rajaha, some are created by Tamaha, some are by Sattva. So that Deepasya Deepatvam is called Sattva-guna expression. Then all the karmendriyas and karmas are the Rajoguna expression. Then the Stula Deha is called the Tamoguna expression. In this way also, Rajas Sattva Tamo Vritya Jayate Atha Vinashyati. So this is continuously the samsara is born, it is going away, again new samsara is coming, going away, as long as these four things are there. Therefore, be clear in the understanding and slowly dissociate with each one of them. For each one of them, the techniques are different. For giving up Deha Dadatmya, we have to use the Deha only for the social service or the divine service. Never ever identify with Deha, do anything for the sake of Deha. Accept that Tera Tujko Arpan Kya Laga Mera, Deha is given by the Lord to serve Him, which is a very subtle understanding. More subtle and difficult is the practice. But if we are able to do that, the Stula Deha Tadatmya goes away. So too with the Sukshma Deha, when the entire Antakarana is dedicated only to the Lord. So to the Vasanas when they are from the worldly, when they are modified into divine. And when all these are done, then we have very less burdens in our chitta to be extroverted. Then that calm and quiet chitta can focus. Okay, from where I am gaining all this knowledge, first stage we reach is to Chidabhasa, second stage we reach to the Chit Swarupa, third stage we reach to our real essential self. Once we reach to our essential self and look back, all that was taken as earlier real and independent, They are all understood to be unreal at all. If at all they are there, they are not independent. They are totally dependent on Paramatma. That's called mithya. When it is mithya, then there is nothing to lose, nothing to gain. It's only play. Like a cinema is a mithya. There was nothing to lose, nothing to gain. It's only a play or an entertainment. Nothing serious. So to in the whole world, right from birth and death onward, everything is play only on the Paramatma. There's nothing to lose or nothing to gain. When the losing and gaining becomes equal, you are no more samsari. You know? Nothing to gain in this world, nothing to lose. Just be the self and witness the play. Where the great Mahatmas stay. Because they have understood the self is reality, the inherent power of the self only projects the world for a play temporarily, and the projected world's only conclusion is disappearance of that projection. What is the ultimate goal or achievement of a movie projected on a theater is only stopping of that projection. It is not going to be eternal, it will be stopped. In between, it was going on projected, then when you know its projection not real, there is no samsara. And wherever the projection aspect is not accepted, instead of the reality aspect is accepted, then the possessiveness, the ownership, the identity, all of them together make us a different type of personality of the desirer, or the person of liking, person of disliking, all that happens. Is it not? When you see a chair or table in a movie, you are only watching, you know it is not real. There is no samsara with that chair. But in front of your eyes, when there is a chair, to that chair something happened, there is a samsara. Because we took it as real and that was not taken as real. If this also you know that it is not real by all the parampara, it is two ways not real. One way is objectively when you see it. You know the chair came from the wood, wood came from the tree came from the earth, earth came from water, water came from the fire, fire from the air from the space, space came from Maya, Maya came from Paramatma. Therefore, there is no chair really at all. You understand? When it is not at all there, it is absolutely Paramatma only. The Paramatma only manifested as chair. Tomorrow he will go into unmanifestation. He will never get destroyed. If you can reach to Paramatma by seeing the chair. Second, subjectivity. That is objective analysis. Subjectively, chair is nothing but a perception of my eye. The perception of the eye of the chair is nothing but the thought in the mind. Thought is nothing but the instrument of the Chaitanya, the Paramatma inside. Therefore, where is the chair? In the pure Paramatma only, through the thought in the form of that object through my eye. Therefore, from subjectively also, the self alone is there in this roop of the chair. Objectively also, the self alone is in the roop of the chair. So, what is happening? One self only. There it is appearing as object, here it is appearing as subject to see it. If one can, with millions of experiments or analysis or what do you say, practices, if you can become strong in this true wisdom, this is true knowledge, then the thing is no more real. When it is not real, it will not bind. Unreal can never bind us. Reality can never bind because reality is real. Unreal taken as real binds us. What is the bondage? Unreal taking as reality and trying to make it reality, that is bondage. नामुमकिन को मुमकिन बनाने के प्रयास को संसार बोलते हैं. What is नामुमकिन? The world to be real. What is the effort of mumkin? Making it to be real. When you are trying to do that, that is samsara. It never happens. The changeless परमात्मा को छोड़ दिया, the changeful जगत को changeless बनाने का कोशिश किया, that is called samsara. It will never end till the knowledge wisdom dawns. Again, this wisdom is of two levels. One, theoretical pakka conviction. Second, in that meditation, discovering that self to be my own self. अनुभव के बिना मोक्ष नहीं होगा, याद रखना. सिर्फ सिद्धांत ज्ञान से lot of confusion that shall go away, but total liberation from bondage cannot come. Only through anubhava it comes. Like a dreamer is told by some guru in the dream and saying, बेटा ये सब ड्रीम है, रियल नहीं, तुम एक्चुअली वेकर हो, तुम्हारे अंदर न संसार है न देहादि उपाधि है, सब प्रोजेक्टेड है. All theory good, but still the dreamer will not be liberated unless he actually wakes up to the waker. In the same way, I may study all thoroughly, but unless I awaken to the truth, the self, the Paramatma, in the experience, till that time the actual samsara will not go away. Be attentive. Is a Ayurvedic treatment, not allopathy. Only symptoms removed, anytime it will be relapsed. Is it not? From the root we have to remove. The root cause of the entire samsara is avidya of the Atma. When the Atma Vidya comes and avidya is removed and Atma is experienced, there is nothing other than it to create samsara. The same thing in million ways, every day, different way, different example. When you go on listening, the intellect becomes sharper, and subtler. The sharpness and subtlety and purity of intellect is that wherein anything put in front of it, it is able to recognize Paramatma through that. And the dull-witted sthula intellect which is not matured, lost intellect is what? Anything in front creates samsara with it. We are at the second level. Now we have to go to the first level. Yatra yatra manoyati tatra tatra samsaraha. That is ajnani's lakshana. Yatra yatra manoyati tatra tatra samadhihi. That is jnani's lakshana. Samadhi means the in the sama avastha of discovering the Paramatma. The yoga samadhi is chitta vritti nirodham. The jnana samadhi is the is established in the Brahma tattva. It never accepts anything as the real. Immediately anything seen, quickly tuck, it goes into cause of it, objectively or subjectively, it knows the truth alone is there. With the habit of it, what happens? Any object presented, it doesn't take even a moment to know that it is Paramatma only. Even in the higher level, Paramatma alone is in the form of this world, it is taken for granted. Therefore, there is no samsara at all. This is how this shloka means all these wisdoms to us. Sneha dhishtanavartyagni samyogo yavadiyate tato deepasya deepatvam evam deha kruto bhavaha rajas sattvatamo vritya jayate tavinashyati. See, with three gunas it is expressed, again goes on destroying, again goes on expressing till the Paramatma is discovered. Therefore, how this whole bhavaha or samsara is sneha adhishtana varti agni. Adhishtana is tula sukshma dehas. Sneha is the vasanas. Varti is chidavasa. Agni is varti is the ego, ahamrutti. Chidavasa is the agni. With these four, the samsara, the bhava, jiva are there. So in that, the chidavasa should discover itself with the chit swarupa brahma. For that, it should stop becoming a jnata, drashta, manta, shrota through who the jnanendriyas and karmendriyas of the world outside. That we will be able to do when the forcing vasanas are reduced. Vasanas are reduced when we discover that we can be without the world happily. And that can be done when we find that through karma yoga and bhakti yoga. In Karma Yoga, we offer things to the world and discover that we can be without the things. In Bhakti Yoga, we offer everything to the Lord and discover that we can exist without them. When we can discover independence from the world, then the vasanas go away. When the vasanas go away, the Chidabhasa becoming Jnata, Drashta, Manta, Shrota through the Upadhis, that force goes away. Then that Siddhavasa and Vijnanamaya Kosha, instead of becoming Karta Bhokta through Indriyas, he can become the contemplator of his own essential nature. In that effort, he just drops that Ahamruti. The moment Ahamruti is dropped, when the reflecting media goes away, the reflection merges in the original Pratibimba. You know, when you remove the mirror, where the sun's reflection goes into, when they remove the water of the bucket, where the reflection of the moon goes into the original moon only. Where can it go? We can it as appear and disappear. So whether it is merges back to the moon or sun. The main thing is what the language which you may use, but the final is what moon or that sun remain. That moon and sun is the real Chit Paramatma. The Chit is eternally existing. Therefore, that is Satpas Paramatma. The word Parabrahma is experienced as Asti. Nowadays, we are studying this in our Taittiriya also, slowly, steadily. And all this, if you leave this study of subject, again in few days of time, the whole Dehadi Upadhi becomes real, Samsara becomes real, and we are lost into the world so quickly, like any ball falls from the 10th floor of the stairs. How quickly it comes and falls down and falls at the earth level. So too, we quickly come to the Samsara level and settle as a Samsara. That's how many people go to a guru in a very active, dynamic way. They live for a few years. Something happens in them, they leave the guru and then go back to their own friends, relatives, the worldliness, and where they started, they say, "Thay," back to that samsara. Therefore, it is in our hands not to leave this path or study or contemplation till the truth, not only intellectually convinced, but experienced in the self, in our own heart. This commitment, if we have and never leave it, for them the result will come. And every moment it's again a by road. The path to moksha continuously gets opened. Path to bandhana also is always open, welcoming us. Every time denying the moksha marga, only doing samsara for millions of lives we have done. In this life, once in a while, we are taking the spiritual path and saying no to the materialistic life. But still, again and again, we are going to that Praya Marga. Slowly, when the Praya Marga is slowly reduced, only Sreya Marga we are holding on. All through, then no more bondage of Praya Marga led samsara. Because holding on to Sreya Marga, slowly it takes us to the realization of the self. As it happened to everyone who tried, so to us also. There need not be any doubt. With full faith, we can do. And therefore, at no point, assurance is given, and at every point, the guidance is given. हर पल गाइडेंस दिया जाएगा, कोई भी पल में गारंटी नहीं दिया जाएगा. बिकॉज गाइडेंस लोगे कि नहीं वो आपके हाथ में है. गाइडेंस लोगे तो बात में हो, नहीं है तो फुटपाथ में हो. इट इज इन आवर हैंड्स. That's why all Vyasadi Bhagavan have given bulky of Purana Ityasa. Nobody guaranteed moksha because it depends on our sadhana. But guidance is there in all those bulky Purana Ityasa. Thousands and thousands of ways we are guided. So therefore, we have to assure our own sadhana, then only the siddhi is assured to us. That assurance has to be proved through practice. For that practice, little by little, we have to become, perfect or experts in that. थोड़ा भगवत कृपा, थोड़ा गुरु कृपा, थोड़ा दूसरे से सीख कर, दूसरे से इंस्पायर होकर, बहुत सारा अपने खुद का व्यक्तित्व से, कैसा व्यक्तित्व, दैट इंस्पायर्ड व्यक्तित्व, कमिटेड व्यक्तित्व, व्रत और अनुष्ठान वाला व्यक्तित्व, जैसे आपको है, कुछ भी हो जाए, सुबह शाम क्लास को आएंगे. दैट टू ऑफ यू, थ्री ऑफ यू आर देयर. That is vrata. Same vrata when you take it up for the sadhana also. As the study is happening, so to sadhana will happen, the siddhi will happen. जो बीच में भटकते हुए आत्माएं वे भटकते रहेंगे, whoever they may be. Even if I stop doing these classes and enter into any worldly thing, my progress also gets stagnant, stopped. There is no biasness. God, Guru have no biasness. Whoever surrender to them, they bless. Whoever don't surrender to them, they bless, but they don't receive the blessings. That is their problem, not masters. Like we are doing class. Who are coming, they are taking. Who are not coming, they are not taking. But class is going on. In the same way, कृपा निरंतर बरसता रहता है. लेने वाले मुक्ति पे तरफ जाते हैं, नहीं लेने वाले जहाँ है वहाँ. We have to be careful by any means. Don't trust. Whom not to trust? Our own mind. Which has doubts, which has suspicions, which has interests, which has boredoms, which has again interest for the worldliness, which has got its friend of vasanas, which has got its friends of the indriyas, deha, the pranamaya. इतने मिलकर मन को भटकाते हैं और मन के साथ हम भटकते हैं. वो नहीं होने, इसलिए माया में वही प्रपद्यन्ते माया में ताम तरन्ते. That is why those who have understood this trait of the mind and its cheating effect have prayed to the God only one thing, oh भगवान कुछ भी हो जाए हम आपके चरण छोड़कर ना जावे. Please see that we don't leave your feet, because the moment we leave your feet, the Maya will consume us. The mind will consume us. The worldliness will consume us. The samsara will consume us. Then that Tadigana Dom Shuru. Janma, Marana, Sukha, Dukkha, Papa, Punya, Shatru, Mitra, all the drama again start. So may I not leave your feet, O Lord, in Bhakti Sharanagati. May I not leave the study of Shastras, O Lord. May I not leave my all sadhanas by which my antakarana is becoming fit for meditation. May I not leave my meditation sadhana. O Lord, may I not go away from this path of reaching you. May I reach you very soon. This prayer is the only greatest prayer. This greatest prayer has to be prayed in the most greatest passion or manner from the depth of our heart. Then that will be answered. If in the understanding of the prayer is there is tentativeness, then we don't pray it very sincerely. Whenever a prayer itself is not sincere, it is tentative, we will put the Lord also in doubt. ये तो कह रहा है फिर भी नहीं कह रहा है, मैं ब्लेस करूं कि ना करूं, भगवान फिर वेट करेंगे. Only when we come firm in his understanding and the prayer born out of that firm understanding, I will bless him. तो भगवान भी वेट करते. Then I have doubt, भगवान will have doubt. When I am full of faith, भगवान have no faith in blessing us. Otherwise, we'll have a doubt. Why didn't Bhagavan Krishna give Gita to Arjuna before? Does it mean Bhagavan doesn't know it? अभी पढ़ के आए क्या कुरुक्षेत्र में? He never taught because he was in doubt whether Arjuna will listen or not. Why? Arjuna never asked. देखो भगवान के साथ रहना अलग है, भगवान से मुक्ति का ज्ञान पाना अलग है. रह सकते हैं भगवान से, भगवान के साथ रहकर भी मुक्ति नहीं होगा, बंधन होगा. How? Because the mukti giving thing is only the oneness with the truth or reality that we have to gain through the teachings, through this sadhana. So all these put together is our understanding maturity. Okay. So in this way, Sneha Adhisthana Vartyagni example, Stula Deha, Vasanasu, Chidabhasa, and Aham Vritti together becomes a jiva and continues to be a samsara. Any four of them are removed, then the whole lamp goes away. So too, one by one among these four, when we dismantle, jiva goes away. And that manifest lamp goes into the unmanifest universal fire element. So too, this jiva enters into that universal Atma. And I am that self, the all pervading universal self called as Brahma. Having experienced Brahma Tattva, then we can, if the Ishvara wants, as an individual through a body, can function in the welfare of the world. They are all immaterial. ईश्वर इच्छा है. अगर हमारी उपाधि उतनी ताकत वाली है, साधना के काल में बनाया हुआ, इस उपाधि से कुछ काम आता है तो करते हैं भगवान उसके द्वारा. And he knows it. I am the self, through me the Ishvara working for totality. They are all post Paramatma Anubhuti efforts. We need not worry about it. Right now, let us be concerned about how from the Jiva Bhava I have to enter into Atma Anubhava. Focus on that. More and more study for getting more and more clarity, and more and more contemplation to become practical in what clarity we got. Outside, nothing to be expected, nothing to be accepted, nothing to be rejected. Just wherever we are put, just live life. The best example given by Puja Gurudev is like the mirror. Live in this world. Best example. See, the mirror, the three great qualities of the mirror is what? He rejects nothing. Is it not? Mirror. Therefore, reflects everything. More important, these two is retains nothing. Mirror doesn't retain anything. It rejects nothing, it reflects everything, it retains nothing. Therefore, in the rejection also there is an ego. Why should we reject जो है दुनिया में होने दो? Reflect everything means what? Wherever we are placed, whatever to be done, become pakka in knowing it. Do it. It's not a difficult thing. थोड़ा दिमाग लगाओ. ये दिमाग जो लड़ाई करने में, लोगों की गलतियां ढूंढने में, सबको धोखा देने में मिस यूज कर रहे हो, उस दिमाग का %.5 भी यूज करो, समझ में आ जाता है कि व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ रिफ्लेक्टिंग एवरीथिंग. wherever we are, we do. And retain nothing, like we come to class and retain nothing. In that way, nothing to be retained in the world. Like a mirror. है ना? आईना का example. Outside, you have to do this. Inside, vigorous study, vigorous contemplation, clearly understanding all these mantras through that, the truth. Then, on the seat of meditation, experimenting on that. One by the one. कभी दृष्टा बनो, कभी साक्षी बनो, कभी एक अनेक का ध्यान करो, कभी नित्यानित्य का ध्यान करो. हाँ, कभी वृत्तियों को ऑब्जर्व करो, कभी चिदाभास तक पहुंचो. Every day new entertainment of meditation. Each of them take us to truth or reality. This is how we have to. Maybe in 1 year when we stay together in some ashram, there every day one tip for meditation is given. Throughout the day we do only that. Thus, through that, try to reach the self. If you reach it, you just stay in the abidance. Wonderful. कोई भी सत्संग नहीं, 10 मिनट में बताया. टुडे दिस इज द drashta drashya viveko. So you are the drashta, whole world is drashya. From the drashya come to the drashta. Then come to the druk swarupa, who is the witness for both drashya and drashya, drashta and drashya. And stay in that druk swarupa. For your help, the druk swarupa is Chaitanya. आप करो दिन भर, लगे रहो बस. Like any gross naukari or job or any topic or anything work is given, project, we are लगे रहो उसमें. So to the subtle में लगे रहना हमको. अभी लगे रहना शुरू नहीं हुआ. Because the knowledge has not come sufficiently to sufficiently inspire us, and the world has not gone away from the mind. So to the extent that we are able to withdraw from the mind world. अभी दुनियादारी के वासनाएं बहुत है, परमात्मा का ज्ञान दृढ़ नहीं है, इसलिए भगवान ध्यान का परमिशन नहीं देते. But when the jnana becomes strong and tadap, tapana also becomes strong, then I must know the truth. So to the world's all nonsenses are understood, then there is full detachment from the world, I want nothing of it, then the Bhagavan will guide for meditation. Otherwise, meditation के नाम पे we only become irresponsible, doing nothing in the outer world, and on the meditation seat we go all over the world. Never we remember the truth, because truth का ज्ञान ही नहीं है और जगत के प्रति वैराग ही नहीं है. So simple. When I sit for meditation, if the self is not remembered, only the world is remembered. What is the meaning of it? The importance of the world is not gone away. That means vairagya has not come. Then the interest or importance for the Lord has not come because the knowledge is not gained of the Lord. So simple to understand. The one who detaches from the world and desires for the self on the seat of meditation, in moments only he will just be sucked into the deep meditation beyond the antakarana and all. So may we all be qualified that way step by step for these higher, greater, nobler, deeper sadhanas. Okay? Now the next shloka. When in this way, because of three guna, tadatmya, when the jiva bhava is expressing and becoming samsari, where is atma at that time? What is its position? Na tatratma swayam jyotihi yo vyakta vyaktayoh paraha akashaiva chadharaha dhruvonantopamastataha. This look I need 5 days to explain. I will take also. If not 5, at least 6 or at least 7. अच्छा बढ़ रहा हूँ मैं क्या? At least 2 days. न तत्र आत्मा goes with the above shloka. Jayate atha vinashyati. What is born and dying? The jiva, bhava and jiva के लिए samsara, getting born and dying. When this is happening, जीव को ये सब हो रहा है, न तत्र आत्मा, आत्मा को ये सब नहीं हो रहा. To the self, there is no birth like the jiva entering to the body and identifying, and the vasanas start working at the mind level, creating desires, becoming the desire-oriented actor, then getting karma phala, then dying, then going into other body. In this way, atma ko ये सब नहीं होता. Na tatra atma is not so. The self is not so. So when the jiva is going through samsara, the same जीव के अंदर ही परमात्मा है. परमात्मा को संसार नहीं होता. You understand? The mud, when it is going on, becoming pots, etc., appearing as pots, etc., nothing is happening to the mud as such. Recognize that. The appearance of waves doesn't change the water to anything. Appearance of ornaments never makes the gold happening anything. Navinashriti na jayate. Ornaments born dying, gold is not born dying. Like that, the other lakshanas of the Atma are told. So these lakshanas of the Atma become the points of meditation, contemplation for us. And all these are words. Words have a meaning. To that meaning, we have to lift our intellect's understanding in deep contemplative mood. Then, at the highest level of that, that is me, that experience has to come. Not it, it is not an understanding. Understanding, trying to abide in that understanding, leads to the experience. And always in Vedanta, experience is I am that self, I am that Brahman. That's it. The whole problem is not with the world, not with the mind or Maya, all that secondary. Primarily is I am not Jiva, I am Brahma. Jiva is samsari, Brahma is moksha. Therefore, हम जीवोस्मि से अहम ब्रह्मास्मि. इस पे फोकस रखो. All other things are only to facilitate these two. Rejection that I am Jivosmi, acceptance and experience in that Aham Brahmasmi. All other explanations, all your variety of sadhanas given inner and outer are only for these two final things. Like the variety of cooking done for hours together. Finally, for what? To remove the hunger, fill the stomach, give the taste and contentment. That's it. Ruchi, Trupti, then the Bhukti, as well as removal of that Dukkha because of the hunger. Only for these four purposes we eat the food. Before that we make all the arrangements of food. है ना 10 आइटम बनाए डाइनिंग भी अच्छी तरह सजाया पलेटा वलेटा लगाए लोगों ने मिलाए फिर कुर्सी पे बैठे फिर बातें करते हुए परोस ली 6 घंटे खाए कुछ भी करो फाइनल इज व्हाट filling of stomach, remover of hunger, contentment, and that ruchi taste, finally nourishment to the body. So to all finally साधनाओं का लक्ष्य क्या है उपाधि तादात्म्य संसार जीव मैं नहीं हूँ निरुपाधि का हम ब्रह्मास्मि हूँ बस पकड़ के रखो उसको even though it's not at all understood now with all logics because intellect is not subtle enough sharp enough. When you keep on studying the sharp shastras, the sharpness, subtleness automatically starts coming along with Guru Ishvara Kripa. गुरु ने सोचा कि ये मेहनत बहुत कर रहा है चलो इस दिमाग का 10 डिग्री और तेज बढ़ाओ बढ़ाएगा सडनली उसको भजगोविंद में समझ में आने लगता है तब तक जिंदगी भजगोविंदम हो रहा था ही वॉज चैंटिंग भजगोविंद एवरी डे बट नथिंग ही नोज व्हाट इज मेंट इन इट. Then after some more days when he is more devoted, again Guru Maharaj भगवान bless करते इसका और 10% ज़्यादा दिमाग तेज हो जाए suddenly understands sadhana panchakam. He was studying, he was chanting, but it was like a novel while eating the yogurt or ice cream or custard. It has nothing to do for his sadhana. But now he learned. Then भगवान और फिर कुछ ये साल के बाद जन्म के बाद उनको लगता है इसको समझ में है suddenly one day you will understand what is that तत्वबोध. In this way, each life, one higher text, through that the higher tattva we understand. Like that, after 20, 30 lives, we will be given a chance to understand Upanishads. When the Lord knows that we are so sincere, genuine, simple, humble, committed, obedient, no ego, no disrespects or anything, total surrender, no irregularity or insincerity, regular, तब जाकर ये सब qualities देंगे. प्रभु कृपा के बिना नहीं होता. लाइक लास्ट 3 years वी आर डूइंग क्लास एवरी डे. कितने जन्म में क्या हमने प्रार्थना किया होगा कि पूरे वर्ल्ड में करोड़ों लोगों में जो नहीं कर रहे हम कर रहे हैं बस उसका फल कितना है कितना कर रहे हैं वो बात की डिस्कशन. लेट अस डोंट चेंज द टॉपिक. इट्स नॉट चेंज बट वी आर सिटिंग joyfully only. It is not that we are bound with the chains like in a jail. खुद ही आ रहे. Is it not a great achievement? It is His grace, resulted from our deservability, through our good qualities and our prayers. Maintain good qualities of the heart as we mentioned just now and maintain the faithful prayer. Oh Lord, evolve me, put me in a higher stage. ऐसे कहते रहने से भगवान हमको ऐसे क्वालिटीज देते रहेंगे. Then we keep on growing. Even to understand Brahma Satyam Jagat Mithya is a great achievement. Then slowly Mithya Jagat se withdraw karna, another beautiful thing in life. Slowly nearing to the Brahman through the meditation, though it doesn't happen in one life, great achievement. और क्या है बताओ लोग इतने भटक रहे अर्थ काम के पीछे दुनिया में. Are we not little better than them? Not that all our artha kam has gone away fully, but at least not so much that they are taking us away fully from the Lord. उसकी तीक्ष्णता तो कम हो गया कि नहीं. पूरा नहीं जाता Remember, the Kamana, the Ajnana, the Jiva Bhava will end only when the Atma Anubhava comes. They are simultaneous. Without Atma Anubhava, these things will not go. And without these things going away, Atma Anubhava will not come. Yet, Atma Anubhava is important because that is the truth. Other things are illusory. It is like when the light comes, the darkness goes away, or when the darkness goes away, light comes. But in that light being reality, put on the light, darkness goes. That way. Now, this is beautiful shloka. Natatratma swayam jyotir yo vyakta vyaktayo paraha. Then akaseva chatara dhruva ananta anupama. These seven things I have to explain to you. एक एक के लिए आधा घंटा लगेगा. लगेगा, कल लगाएंगे. थैंक यू. सर्वम कृष्णार्पणम. शांति शांति शांति. ओम श्री कृष्ण शरणम मम. श्री भागवत शरणम मम. श्री सद्गुरु शरणम मम. श्री सूत शरणम मम. श्री शुकदेव शरणम मम. श्री व्यास शरणम मम. श्री सद्गुरु शरणम मम. श्री कृष्ण शरणम मम. शरणं मम. शरणं मम. ॐ श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे. हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव. श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे. हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव. श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे. श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे. हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव. श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे. हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव. ओम मुखं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपा तमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं. स्वर्गे सत्ये च कैलासे वैकुण्ठे नास्ति अयं रसः. अतः पिबन्तु सद्भाग्याः मा मुञ्चत कर्हिचित्. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. ओम श्री कृष्ण परब्रह्मणे नमः. श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणं दशम स्कंदः उत्तरार्धः अथ एकपञ्चाशत्तमोऽध्यायः. मुचुकुंद उवाच. ओम. We have seen few shlokas, two and only two is third onwards we have to see. Chant from the 46th mantra up to what? कितना पढ़ोगे आज? याद करने के लिए अच्छा रहेगा. पूरा 64 तक पढ़ो. 19 श्लोकास. चैंट ऑल द 19. ओम विमोहि मुचुकुंद उवाच. विमोहितोऽयं जन ईश मायया त्वदीयया त्वां न भजत्यनर्थदृक्. सुखाय दुःख प्रभवेषु सज्जते. गृहेषु योषित् पुरुषश्च वञ्चितः. लब्ध्वा जनो दुर्लभमत्र मानुषम्. कथञ्चिदव्यङ्गमयत्नतो नघ. पादारविन्दं न भजत्यसन्मतिः. गृहान्धकूपे पतितो यथा पशुः. ममैष कालोजितनिष्फलो गतः. राज्यश्रियोन्नद्धमदस्य भूपतेः. मर्त्यात्मबुद्धेः सुतदारकोशभूषु. आसज्जमानस्य दुरन्तचिन्तया. कलेवरेऽस्मिन् घटकुड्यसन्निभे. निरूढमानो नरदेव इत्यहं. वृतो रथे भाष्वपदात्यनीकपैः. गां पर्यटन् स्वागणयन् सुदुर्मदः. प्रमत्तमुच्चैरिति कृत्य चिन्तया. प्रवृद्धलोभं विषयेषु लालसं. त्वमप्रपत्तः सहसाभिपद्यसे. क्षुल्लेलिहानो हिरिवाकुमन्तकः. पुरारथैर्हेम परिष्कृतैश्चरन्. मतङ्गजैर्वानरदेव संज्ञितः. स एव कालेन दुरत्ययेन ते. कळेवरो विट्कृमि भस्म संज्ञितः. निर्जित्य दिक्चक्रमभूतविग्रहः. वरासनस्थः समराजवन्दितः. गृहेषु मैथुन्यसुखेषु योषितां. क्रीडां मृगः पूरुष ईशनीयते. करोति कर्माणि तपः सुनिष्ठितः. निवृत्तभोगस्तदपेक्षया ददतु. पुनश्च भूयेयमहं स्वराडिति. प्रवृद्धतर्षो न सुखाय कल्पते. भवापवर्गो भ्रमतो यदा भवेत्. जनस्य तर्ह्यच्युत सत्समागमः. सत्सङ्गमो यर्हि तदैव सद्गतौ. परावरेशे त्वयि जायते मतिः. मन्ये ममानुग्रह ईशते कृतः. राज्यानुबन्धापगमो यदृच्छया यः प्रार्थ्यते साधुभिरेकचर्यया वनं विभिक्षद्भिरखण्डभूमिपैः न कामयेन्यं तव पादसेवनात् अकिञ्चन प्रार्थ्यतमात्वरं विभो आराध्य कस्त्वां हि अपवर्गदं हरे वृणीत आर्यो वरमात्मबन्धनं तस्मात् विसृज्याशिष ईश सर्वतः रजस्तमः सत्त्वगुणानुबन्धनाः निरञ्जनं निर्गुणमद्वयं परं त्वां ज्ञप्तिमात्रं पुरुषं व्रजाम्यहं चिरमिह वृजिनार्तस्तप्यमानोऽनुतापैः अवितृषषडमित्रो लब्धशान्तिः कथञ्चित् शरणदसमुपेतस्त्वत्पदाब्जं परात्मन् अवयं ऋतम् अशोकं पाहि मापन्नमीश श्रीभगवानुवाच सार्वभौम महाराज मतिस्ते विमलोर्जिता वरैः प्रलोभितस्यापि न कामैर्विहता यतः प्रलोभितो वरैर्यत्वम् अप्रमादाय विद्धि ततो न धीर्मय्येक भक्तानाम् आशीर्भिर्भिद्यते क्वचित् युञ्जानानाम् अभक्तानां प्राणायामादिभिर्मनः अक्षीणवासनं राजन् दृश्यते पुनरुत्थितं विचरस्व महीं कामं मय्यावेशितमानसः अस्तु एव नित्यदा तुभ्यं भक्तिर्मय्यनपायिनी क्षात्रधर्मस्थितो जन्तून् न्यवधीर्मृगयादिभिः समाहितस्तत्तपसा जह्यघं मधुपाश्रितः जन्मन्यनन्तरे राजन् सर्वभूतसुहृत्तमः भूत्वा द्विजवरस्त्वं वै मामुपैष्यसि केवलम् इति श्रीमद्भागवते महापुराणे पारमहंस्यां संहितायां दशमस्कन्धे उत्तरार्धे मुचुकुन्दस्तुतिर्नाम एकपञ्चाशत्तमोऽध्यायः। ओम शांति शांति शांति। Friends, beautiful chapter. One of the very cute, very top, very relevant to us because he is just Muchukundaji talking from our own standpoint. Arjuna and these Muchukundas and Uddhavas, they're so cute, they represent all of us, samsarins who want to come out of it. Hmm. I tell you, this only one chapter, keep on contemplating. Ye bhi 13th, 5th chapter, 12th skandha, daily manan chintan karo, बढ़िया रहेगा। उसके साथ अध्यात्म रामायण तारा उपदेशम, उसके साथ मॉर्निंग तैत्तरीय, उसके साथ लिटिला मुंडक उपनिषद, उसके साथ थोड़ा सा योगा दर्शन पढ़ लो, उसके साथ अब कितने करें। You understand? That day, really, when we are interested, inspired, excited to browse through all these and understand and experiment them on our seat of meditation to the exclusion of any other thing, we are blessed. तिमि रघुनाथ निरंतर प्रिय लागो हे राम मोहि, मेरे लिए हमेशा प्रिय लगो, प्रिय लगना है आप। लाइक काम ही नारी प्रियारी जिमि लोभ ही प्रिय जिमि दाम, तिमि रघुनाथ निरंतर प्रिय लागो हे राम। Same way, our desire for studying Shastra and through that understanding, knowing the truth becomes stronger. Our heart is becoming pure. Our ego is quietened. And other than Shastra, there's no systematic way of understanding the things. Otherwise, सारा वेग रहेगा वो, कब होगा ना होगा नहीं पता. But Shastra is systematically guiding us from where we are and how to travel to reach to what we are. Nothing like this. Okay. Now the first mantra I'll not explain exhaustively. Only one thing Bhagavan says, Muchukundaji कहते हैं कि because of your Maya, people are deluded. Therefore, they are looking at the anartha vishayas and finding the artha in them. Therefore, they are not doing your bhajana. So here, Tan Maya, Tvadiya Maya means what? Maya cannot be independent of Lord. No. Therefore, Maya should belong to God. Otherwise, God's infinite power will be questioned. That is the meaning of Tvadiya Maya, not the other meaning कि आपने माया फेर के हमारे ऊपर हमको आपने फंसाया, therefore you are culprit. Not in that tone or sense. Tvadiya Maya means what? The Maya which is your control. Like गीता में कहते हैं मम माया. Same thing here he says Tvadiya Maya. आपकी माया से विमोहित हो गए. Like any electrical thing you buy, you get lost in the delusion of that thing if you don't study the manual given by that shopkeeper. So to the world and our individuality and upadhis are given. What for they have to use, how they have to use it is given in the manual called Shastras. नहीं पढ़ा तो विमोहित हो गए। लेने का देना पड़ेगा। कि ना कनेक्शन उल्टा सीधा लगाए मानो वो इंस्ट्रूमेंट कितने भी कीमत वाला हो जल ही जाता है वो। In same way, how sophisticated is human life, given for moksha, but wrongly connected and misused, हर दिन जल रहे हम दुखी हो रहे। So Tadiya Maya means the Maya which is in your control, which is yours. Okay, and again I told you million times today before, it is always choice there. In the Maya, both the things are there. 7th chapter I told you, Mama Maya it is. Daivi Maya it is. Gunamayi it is. If you rightly utilize, it will help you in moksha. All these Guru Upadesha, Shastra, Antakarana, understanding, sadhana, they are all Maya only. But are they not helping us towards moksha? Other than Paramatma, everything is Maya. And all these are other than Paramatma. They are all Maya, but they are all helpful. Why? Daivi and Gunamayi. Divine and with good virtues and qualities to bless those who rightly use. Therefore, don't fight with Maya, hate Maya. Make right use of Maya to reach God. That is, Sattva Guna when you use, we reach the God. Tamo Rajas, we are lost. These things again and again contemplated with a quiet mind. इन्हीं चीजों पे पकड़ पाने के लिए विचारणा हमको करते रहना है. This should become our entertainment. This should become our time pass. This should become our all engagement, occupation of the day. इसी में रहना, इसी को साधक कहते हैं. Whole life, whole day should be made for sadhana. That is sadhaka's lakshana. No time for other things. I am the praying for that. No time even for this satsang should be there. I should only sit and do my meditation and all. It will come. First श्लोक का ये है. Then सुखाय दुःख प्रभवेषु सज्जते. It's a common sense thought. That very clearly it is proved that we don't have common sense. What is that? The givers of the dukkha, in anticipation of imagining that they are givers of sukha, we are getting lost in them. And the idiom is what? Gruheshu yoshit purushasya vanchitaha. Yoshit purushacha vanchitaha. So it's an idiom. As like in Bhajagovindam, Dukkum karne nahi rakshati, anything other than Bhajagovindam is our own mind's delusion, we are lost in. Now, second shloka is very encouraging and inspiring. Here also, just feel it. First श्लोक का भी feel करो, second का भी feeling क्या है? This दुर्लभ मनुष्य life we got, which is avyangam, means without any limitations. In the sense, fully fit for realization, fully fit for atma prapti, fully fit for moksha. That's meaning of avyanga. Other dehas are having vyanga. Vyanga means the not fully qualified equipments. Even देवता लोकों में उनको तो भोग शरीर ही होते हैं उनको. They don't do साधना there. साधना करने वाला इधर ही करेगा, वहां क्यों जाएगा? वहां गया मतलब एंजॉय करने के लिए. Somebody did punya to go to Swarga to enjoy, not to do sadhana. Indians go to America not for doing sadhana, to enjoy the comforts, luxuries, all sophistications there. Those who go for other reason, they get fed up, therefore they may do sadhana there. With samskaras if they go. In the same way, Swarga mein nahi. What about the Pashu Yoni? They are all not avyanga, they are vyanga. Vyanga means कोई अंगलोप है. What is the अंगलोप है? बुद्धि. So avyanga means we have all. बुद्धि है सोचने को, मन है भावना करने को, इंद्रिय है सेवा करने को, शरीर है अच्छा कट्टा. 100 years of time is given. This is called as avyangata of this human body. Full sophisticated, full fit, full perfectly useful for this thing. Like for every work is stipulated or particular instrument is there. एक एक काम के लिए एक तरह का इंस्ट्रूमेंट होता है. तो मोक्ष के लिए द बेस्ट इंस्ट्रूमेंट इज ह्यूमन लाइफ. That is what is the meaning. And that is katanchit it came and without any mehnat. Ayatnataha anagha. Now here see, in the earlier shloka, what we have to learn from is कि सुखाय दुःख प्रभवेशु सज्जते उधर केयरफुल रहो. यहाँ क्या है कि the beautiful sophisticated human life for the moksha is given. So here Instead of using it for that, doing anything else is again delusion. All these put together is Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Bada. Otherwise, Kodavate, you will only in Dukrun Karane, you involve in a Sanitya Kale, it will come, then Nahi Rakshati. So here also, Padaravindam Nabhajati. With this beautiful equipment, if you don't do the service to the Lord, means following the spiritual path, uska dimag teda, isliye asanmati hi. What will you do then? Instead of reaching to God, Gruha Andakope Patitaha. Anytime Gruha Andakopa what is used, I told you yesterday exhaustively, it is Arthakamame Fasna. Yatha Pashuhu. Every Pashu gets trapped for the reason of some of the other temptation only. And the deer is tempted with the sound, the fish is tempted with the taste, then the bhavara is tempted with the smell, the elephant is tempted with the touch, then the fifth one is what? The fish is tempted with पता है ना? Then elephant हो गया, the deer हो गया, then the fire, the moth is tempted by the form. Each of the five pashus get destroyed because of attachment to one or the other sense organs. Human beings have all the five. है ना? शब्दादिभिः पञ्चभिरेव पञ्च पञ्चत्वमापुः स्वगुणेन बद्धाः कुरङ्गमातङ्गपतङ्गमीन भृङ्गा नरः पञ्चभिरञ्चितः किम्. That shloka I will explain. Each one of the animal dies because of its attachment to one or the other sense object. Kuranga, the deer, for the sound. Matanga, elephant, for the touch. Patanga, the moth, for the rupa. Meena, the fish, for the taste. Then Brunga, the bhavara, for the smell. Naraha, Panchavi Anjitaha. The human being is having all the five. अब इसका नष्ट नाश का कौन बतावे. That's the meaning of yatha pashu. Pashu doesn't use his buddhi. Therefore, it never thinks ki what for that Pashu Jivana or whatever Jivana it is given to it is to be used for the higher things. Human being ka kya hua? He is given all the best of the sophistications and buddhi also is given to understand what for it is to be used. Gurus also are there to tell us. And only one thing, Padaravindam Bhajati. If the intellect is not used, neither get taken guidance from others, therefore not doing Padaravinda Bhajana, instead of that, only Grahanda Kopa, if we are fallen, we are just denying ourselves as human, claiming that we are Pashu. That is clearly written. Grahanda Kope Patita Yatha Pashu. Therefore, always aware of I am human. There is a possibility for my spiritual evolution. Let me do maximum time or the all time only for it. Because this opportunity doesn't come. And the opportunities are going away in the form of every day, every moment going into the past. Remember, time doesn't stop. Opportunities will not wait for us. Human life is very short and is most precious. Every moment. Use it for Bhagavad Padarvindam, you are Sanmati and we get Sadvast and Moksha. Not used that way in the Pashu, use it only for Dehadi, Indriyadi, Bhoga. Then those samskaras, because lived like Pashu this life, next life definitely given the Pashu life only. Then it is Vyanga, not Avyanga. That's not fit for sadhana. Therefore, with all these thinkings again and again, we have to come to the crystal clear conclusion. I have to spend my all time energy only in my Adhyatmic sadhana. And what is Adhyatmic sadhana? Withdraw our attention from the world and put it on God. So to withdraw our identity with Jiva Upadhi and establishing the identity with the self. Precisely. How to do it, why it is to be done, what are the details, that will be there in our Upanishad classes. And those classes where the Tatma Vichara, the Atma Vichara, the Maya Vichara, the Jagad Vichara, the Bandha Vichara, the Moksha Vichara, जहाँ होता है discussion, उसमें इन सब प्रश्नों का answer होता है. That anyway we are doing. So this is what second shloka. It is talked generally. Now he is talking about himself to give his own example. And so honest he is. That's how he is loved by the Lord so much Then Bhagavan gave him a blank check. Our honesty, our purity, are that surrender, devotion. They are the energies taken by the Lord when we give it to Him. He converts them as blessings and gives us only for our own evolution. It's a very subtle secret. I just revealed spontaneously. Generally, we don't reveal all that. Those beautiful things, if we have, you understand, we are making the Lord, making it convenient for the Lord to bless us. Muchukunda Raja is of that I used to gather, learn from him. And the way he is analyzing his own life and its mistakes becomes such a beautiful means for us also to analyze our own life and see what mistakes we have done so far, even now, because of which we are continuing to be asanmati like Pashu, not doing Padaravindam Bhajati. Excellent, excellent, it's really wonderful. And हम सबका ही है वो autobiography. It is his autobiography, but it becomes our own. We'll see through 3 shlokas today. First one, he says, Mama of mine, hey Ajita, O Lord, who cannot be conquered by anyone, who conquers anyone. Ajita is not even conquered by the Maya. Others conquer everything but defeated by Maya. So अजिता माया से भी कॉन्कर नहीं किए जाने वाले, माया को भी कॉन्कर करने वाले, किसी से भी जीते नहीं जाने वाले. They are all the words. Hey Ajita, it's a vocative. Oh Lord, Ajita, Mama of mine, Esha Kalaha. All these lifespan of mine so far, Nishpalaha Gataha, got wasted on. That is what Dukrum Karne Nai Nai Rakshati Sannite Kale Samprapte. And what way why you are saying it Nishpalagataha? What have you done there? Except Bhajagovindam, everything I did. Except Padaravinda Bhajanam, everything I did. What he did is mentioning it. And when you refer to it, same things we have done also. Same way we lived life. Rather, we are not Raja like him. So what is he saying that how his time got wasted one by one? First one, Rajya Shriya Unnadha Madasya. I was in high level of arrogance because of the richness that I am a king. Shri means that Sampada. Rajya and Shri, they are separate also. Rajya Shri itself is one thing. ओके ना, ज्ञान को भी श्री संपदा कहते हैं, धन को भी श्री संपदा कहते हैं, पावर को भी श्री संपदा कहते हैं. दैट वे राज्य श्री मीन्स व्हाट? आई एम द किंग. बिकॉज ऑफ दैट आई वाज सो एरोगेंट. राज्य अलग, श्री अलग, मतलब आई आल्सो हैव द पावर एंड आल्सो हैव द मनी. Some people have power but no money, some have money but no power, some have none of those two. Lucky fellows, they can meditate on Lord. Some have both of them. So he has got both. Rajya, kingdom as a king. Shri means all the wealth and properties. और राज्य को ही आप श्री मानो तो भी चलता है. So राज्य श्रिया उन्नद्ध मदः. What is the उन्नद्ध मदः? High level of arrogance because of the Rajya and Shri, that I think I'm in the best place and I don't need to do anything or get anything, spiritual type of things. That's called avidyayam antare vartamanaha swayam dhiraha panditam manyamanaha. In other place, vayam krutartha ityabhimanyati balaha. This is what he is mentioning. Then मर्त्य आत्म बुद्धे है, ये मरने का लक्षण रखने वाला इस शरीर से मेरा आत्म बुद्धि. So one is arrogance because of Rajyashri. Second is identification with this deha. Atma buddhi means identification as self. With what? Martya. Martya means मरना ही जिसका ultimate है. What is this? देह. सो मृत्यु जिसका अंतिम है, उस शरीर से तादात्म्य को मर्त्यात्म बुद्धि बोलते हैं. तो मर्त्यात्म बुद्धि है. सो राजश्री उन्नत मदः, then atma buddhi with the deha. Then where is asajjamanaha with these two? Where is he totally indulged, involving in other time? One is busy in the kingdom. Second is busy in propitiating the body. Third one is what? There is other attachment. Now, these are called as putreshana, vitteshana, lokeshana. So the third one is what? Suta dara kosha bhushu asajjamanaha. Asajjamana, asamanta sajjamana. Asamanta means सुबह से लेकर रात तक, जन्म से लेकर मरने तक. Sajjamana is attached to only these things. Suta dara kosha bhushu. Suta means the children and all. Dara, the wife. Those days kings have more than one. Kosha means the whole संपदा. हमेशा उसको बढ़ाने के लिए किसी भी राज्य पे अटैक करो, उनको सड़प लो. Kosha. The fourth one, bhu means the amount of the land which is under our kingdom. Expand karte jao usko. We are also same. Suta, Dara, attachment, Kosha, what is the bank balance every day, Bhumi, how much of the properties, companies, factories I have. And the second one is Ki Marte Atma Buddhe. There is no doubt I am this body. And the first one, Rajasriya Unnadhamadaha, whichever the position we are there, done good little well, there is a mother. Mother doesn't make us listen to other to know that there is something other greater to achieve or listen. That is arrogance. I know everything, that type of thing. There's nothing to be known or done by me to be achieved. I'm very well placed. I'm better. I'm best. This called as Rajashriya Unnadda Madaha. So we have to take this shloka and understand what said by the Muchukunda. What are the same related things in our life are there, because of which we are also wasting our time in this and not using it for Bhagavad Charana Padarvinda Bhajanam. Padarvindam Namajati. So neither bhakti sadhana nor jnana sadhana we are doing, nor yoga sadhana. Only bhoga sadhana to become a samsara rogi. How related it is. Is it not important? कह रहे हैं भगवान कृष्ण से कि मेरा काल वेस्ट हो गया, ममेश काल निष्फल गता. No, taking one by one now. About the body, he talks. Kalevare asmin, on this body. What it is? Ghata kudya sannibhe. It is as like that of a wall or a pot. Wall or a pot are made by mud only, no? This is also mud made. पंचभूतों से बना, मिट्टी से बना है. तो घट कुड्य सन्निभ कलेवरा. This body which is like a pot or the wall made up of mud. Kalevara घट सन्निभे निरूढ़मानः. Fully I have the mana, abhimana, identity with it, nirudha, deeply rooted. I am body and only this body. Nirudamana Naradeva iti. Therefore, I consider I am the Lord of all human beings as a king. Iti vrataha. Always I was having as a king these things around me, adding to my own arrogance. What are they? Ratha. Chariots around me, or I am in the on the chariot. Or Iva. Iva means elephants. कभी हाथी मेरे साथी में सवार होना, अश्व, कभी कभी घोड़े, पदात्य mean the soldiers. Means what? He himself as a king going in one chariot, then Ratha, Gaja, Turaga, Pada, Atidada, all of them are around, During 26 जनवरी प्रेसिडेंट जब खड़े होते सारे उनको सैल्यूट करते, मगर उनके साथ जा नहीं सकता, कहाँ जाए? इसलिए he stands or she stands there. I don't know how 4 hours they keep the hand like that. इतना दर्द होता होगा. Why that headache? आराम से ऐसा करो, सपोर्ट ले लो अपने हृदय का, इतना बढ़िया रहता है. ऐसे ही दिन भर रह सकते हैं. ऐसा ऐसा नहीं रहेंगे. ऐसा होगा तो हाथ पकड़ लेगा वो. My point is not that. How that president is saluted by all, he says, I also, with this arrogance that I am a king, Naradeva, and I did this Deha, I just move in that chariot of mine, then around me all these are there, and I see and enjoy. अब देखो इतना बड़ा राजा है, फिर भी उनको विवेक है. देखो, डोंट से दैट जब मैं भी बनूंगा राजा तब मेरे को विवेक आएगा. So, Vritaha Ratha Iva Ashwapadhatyanikavai Gam Paryatan. And I was moving on the earth in this kingly royal way. Then while doing so, Ta Aganayan Sudurmadaha, with so much of arrogance, I was never doing the Ganana of you. I was never counting you. I was never caring you. I was never valuing you. I was never reaching near to you. I was never worshipping you. See that, understand the intent, what is said, the main thought. तो आपको तिरस्कार करते हुए, आपका गणना नहीं करते हुए, devaluing. So without valuing you, O Lord, as a king, being in the chariot, surrounded by all these, I was moving from one place to the other, expressing my own arrogance. I never gave time or value for it. तो अगणयन, आपका गणना नहीं करते हुए, केयर नहीं करते हुए, खातिर नहीं करते हुए. Good. Is it not for us also? कहाँ कहाँ घूम रहे थे, कारों में, आलीशान बंगलों में, with all friends, relatives, those parties, these clubs, those picnics, those programs, these invitations. In our own ego, every one of us at our own level. It is applicable even to the Adhyatmika marg में जो भी है. If they are not dedicated to the pursuit of Paramatma, if not experienced Paramatma, instead of that, if they are counting all these things and relishing all of them, they are also samsara. So, how many ashramas I have, how many devotees I have, how much of bank balance I have, how much of respect I get from different politicians. How can you trust to them? कोई भी बाबा को पकड़ेंगे, किसी को छोड़ेंगे, किसी को ऊपर चढ़ाएंगे, नीचे गिराएंगे. The politicians have no niyat of any time. They cannot. Because their mind is filled with power. Wherever the power comes from, the Christian will worship the Hindu gods, the Hindu god will go to votes के लिए इधर उधर हर हिंदू politician will go to anywhere. There is no ठिकाना उनका. ये सब उसको वो नाटक है वो सब. वो फंसना मत उसमें. I'm just telling how we also, in our own different ego prompted things surrounded by them, get lost only in the world, not caring for the Lord the whole life. Again, I chant it for you. Kalevare asmin gatakudya sannibe nirudha manaha. So in this body only taken as the self. Then Naradeva, among that body identified people, I now consider myself as the God of all human beings, that is the king. As a king now, I am seated in the chariot. Because I am king, all these infantry, alpha, whatever you call, Ratha Gata, Padati Dala, Turaga, they are surrounding. And I am moving from one place to the other. While doing that, Tva Aganayan. I was never caring you. So I was in that Sudurmadaha. याद कर रहे राजा अपने पूरे पास्ट को. So I was telling the example of these Mahatmas also कि how many politicians support me or how many bhaktas I have, how many ashramas I made. If that is the account in the mind even little, then it is all samsara. A true Mahatma like Gurudev, he keeps on working as service to the God. What happens is his grace only. देखो गुरुदेव जी के जो हृदय में है ना, very rare to have. After all that, he says, all is the kripa of my Guru Tapan Maharaj. He said, go tatastu, that's how all this happened. I am nowhere. For the sake of work to accomplish, he has used all his intelligences, powers, etc. But heart in heart is the highest level of devotee of surrender, wherein he has never had an iota of possessiveness with anything. You know, if anybody has a possessiveness, he cannot smile. Have you ever seen Gurudev without smile? Who can laugh like that? The one whose heart is free. Heart has to be freed from only one thing called as a desire. Desire of any sort. And why will he have a desire when he is in the bliss of the self? Total surrender to the God, total bliss of the Atma. When he is there, how can you have any desire? Therefore, from that counter, the divine expresses, then you can see when the divine expresses, what a beautiful thing happens in the world. Okay, so this is how in two shlokas he says, in this way, oh Lord, my time was going on, wasted. Then he says, Pramattamuchai Puraratai Nirjitya Karoti Karmani. Each of the shloka gives us sufficient data for us to contemplate so that know how we have wasted our time by not using it for Paramatma but for something else. So better late than never. कम से कम अब हमको अकल आ जाए, then उन सब चीज़ों से अपने आप को खींच कर let us do the Bhagavad Bhajana. Bhagavad Bhajana is not in a stula form, pursuit of the truth, of the reality. For you and I, after listening so much of Vedanta, even the word used is Bhagavad Bhajana. For us, it is deep contemplation on the essential truth or the self. For others, Bhajana means Om Krishna Krishna Bhajan. For us, Bhajana is not. For us, Bhaja is not Sevayam, Bhaja is not Prarthana Upasana, Bhaja is Ekatve. We are discovering our oneness with the truth, self. That is what is our bhajan of the Lord. While doing so, whenever the bhava requires, we also enjoy in our bhakti or upasanas or prarthanas or namaskara. All of them, in consequence, they have to help us only in discovering our identity with the self, because that alone gives moksha. That's why even Bhagavan also gives tattva jnana only finally, atma jnana. भगवान का अवतार भी आएगा जाएगा ना, बट परब्रह्म हमेशा रहता है. तो आइडेंटिफाइंग परब्रह्म alone is ultimate goal. Not even becoming, remaining as devotee. As a devotee, we may go to his loka, but there also final fulfillment is only in Sahajya. Sahajya is again becoming one with the Lord. That is what Advaita says. Om Shanti 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 Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashyate Om Shanti 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 Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Om Bhurvo Svatsvarenyam Bhargo Devata Pranaya Panavyana Udanaya Samanaya Brahmane Brahmarpana Madhyadevanuttara Vaishnav Astapada Prakshana Chantambula Niradhanandarayami Bhom Neelamekashama Krishna Nitya Jaganmohana Krishna Bala Gopala Krishna Bhavyamangalam Venugana Lola Krishna Vedanta Vidya Krishna Navadeshwara Krishna Bhakta Janadhara Krishna Paramadayavardhi Krishna Mutsundar Gita Murdata Krishna Paramayogisha Krishna Partha Saradrupa Krishna Sarva Mangalam Om Natatra Suryo Bhatina Chandra Tarakam Nema Vidyato Bhanti Kutoyam Agnihi Tameva Bhantamanubhati Sarvam तस्य भाषा सर्वमिदं विभाति ओम नारायणाय विद्महे तन्नो विष्णुः मंगलम श्री गुरु ओम बोल श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराण शास्त्र की जय श्री वेदव्यास शुकदेव सूत आदि समस्त भागवताचार्य की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय सर्वत्र गोविंद नाम संकीर्तन गोविंदा गोविंद धन्यवाद for your attention.